We are in for a treat today. We have a 1970 Plymouth Superbird, the car that was so ugly back then they couldn't sell them, but it won races. Aerodynamics was the game. They couldn't get the car to go any faster. So by making it aerodynamic, they were able to hit the 200-mile-an-hour mark and win races. Matter of fact, I believe it became outlawed shortly after. That's why it's a one-year production. This one here is in the rarest, most desirable color, Petty Blue. As documented, this is an actual Petty Blue car. 446 pack under the hood, automatic sitting in the console between two bucket seats. Go to volocars.com. That's where you'll find 200 classic cars, all with a price tag and a monthly payment, including this one right here. But for right now, join me. Let's go for a spin. Before it gets away from us, you have this big nose cone with the flip-up headlights. Of course, that's all part of the aerodynamic. It has the extended hood, extended fenders, professionally restored. The body is amazing. It's absolutely straight. It's a glass finish. This right here is part of the Superbird. The story goes that when they were slammed down, they cut a hole in there to make it so the tire could go up in there. All amazing, straight, polished, doors shut like new, quarter panels right down to the bottom. It's all like glass. Of course, the wing, we'll talk more about that in a minute, but that's for the aerodynamics. All of this is really straight. This is a very high quality fit and finish on this body and paint right down to the bottom. It's like a mirror finish. This door shuts real nicely too. Look at that. Gaps are spot on, it's flush. There is a hairline crack this long, just one hairline crack right there. All of this is looking beautiful. Boy, you just barely catch a couple little bumps right there. So yeah, it was designed by aerospace engineers, I guess, to make it go over that 200-mile-an-hour mark. See these covers right here? That's not on a regular Roadrunner. That's what the car started as, a Roadrunner. So these caps were for being aerodynamic. There's no hood latches, just the hood pins. Here's a little star. They must have closed the hood on something, and it left a little crow's foot right there. The stickers up here, all looking really good. I believe it's stickers, maybe it's painted on. Rubber seal in between here is real good. Correct antenna. Crystal clear new windshield. Now, do you know why they all had vinyl roofs on them, which this one's like new? It's because this has the aerodynamic rear window. That rear window looks new as well, and the trim around it looks new. There's a little scratch in the glass right here. But in order to do the body work for this window, is easier to put a vinyl top on here rather than doing all that extra fit and finish. Also, these little caps are part of the Superbird right here, and you have this special filler. Now, this wing is functional and it's adjustable. There's a screw right there or bolt, and you can tip this. Now, believe it or not, these are strong enough to sit on. The first time I seen that was at a cruise night. Big grown man was sitting up on top of this at a car show. I've seen it again since then. And if you look on the internet, my daughter Shelby sat on this one, and you got some pictures or some little videos out there somewhere. All the moldings are new or polished. Door handles look new. The mirror looks original. It's not pitted, but it is a little freckled. Same with this. It's bright and shiny, but there's a few little freckles. The rubber seals are all real good. 15-inch rally wheels are in real nice shape. The BF Goodrich tires look real nice. So the exterior of the car is beautiful. They couldn't sell these cars when they were brand new. They were just too wild, too ugly. Imagine bringing this home and explaining to your wife or to your husband why you justified buying a car with a giant wing and a big nose on the front end. Dealerships were actually removing those parts just so they could sell the car. Now today it's one of the most coveted muscle cars of that era. The Petty Blue paint is a big deal. Anywhere from, some people say they made 43 in honor of Richard Petty himself. Some people say there was 55, but it's all estimates. But bottom line, it is the rarest of all the colors put on a Superbird, the most desirable color. We have a letter here from Galen Govier. He's the Mopar expert. And it says, there is no doubt in my mind that this VIN is for a Richard Petty Blue Superbird. This is a real Petty Blue car, or actually corporate blue is the official color. Petty Blue is what everyone calls it. So why don't we open it up? We'll check out the inside, the motor, the trunk. It's a tight fit in our studio today. So inside the trunk is beautiful. Underside is all painted real nice. Has the sticker, the jam is painted. Weather strip is replaced. The entire inside is all clean metal, all painted the Petty Blue. And you can see this extra supports here. That's for the wing. Where I said you could sit on it. Well, it's structurally sound. Now we have a scissors jack here, and we have a bumper jack under there. Do you know why? Well, if you think about it, it only has a chrome bumper in back. So you'd use the bumper jack for the in back and the scissors jack for in front. This one has both jacks. Also has a reproduction tire. It's never been used on a restored rally wheel. All of that's restored. So this is a complete and beautiful trunk compartment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the bell icon. You'll be notified as videos are posted. And make sure you go to our website and read the information about this car. There's a nice paragraph that talks about the Superbird and the story behind it and some interesting information. So the door jambs are painted real nice. I have the receipts. It is a professional paint job. They did a great job of it. The door panels look fresh. The black paint above the door panels was painted real nicely. This one has the rally dash, so it is a tachometer around the perimeter of the clock. You can see it's the original speedometer, original gauges. We just we replaced maybe the volt gauge because that looks real fresh. All this fits real nice. It's not beat up. You have the heater controls, original AM radio, original knobs. All this is nice. Again, a lot of times this doesn't fit or it's mismatched parts. There's a new dash pad. This is the letter from Galen Govier. This is all restoration receipts, thousands and thousands of dollars, and a whole bunch of miscellaneous information. So we got some beep beep floor mats. Underneath that is real nice carpet. It has all the original seat belts. Original console, I'm going to say is good. It's not new, but it's good. The lights work on it. Bucket seats and consoles are a pretty big deal in the Superbird. A lot of them, believe it or not, were bench seats with the shifter on the column. This adds $10,000 to a Superbird as a general rule of thumb. So the seats feel like you got nice cushion. You can see how the upholstery fits, that the cushion's real good. Seats looking real nice. I like this silver pinstripe in the seats. All looking real good back here as well. Then we got the seat belts. Side panels look like they've been replaced as the matching silver pinstripe in the panels as well. So the rear shelf is extra long because they pushed the window out. If you look at a Superbird, it doesn't have that big shelf. Or I mean, a Roadrunner doesn't have that big shelf back there. The headliner is also going to be different in the Superbird. This one looks to be in really nice shape, although it does have a little tiny hole here and one over on your side too. Visors look to be good. Original steering wheel does have a crack at the top. You got the Roadrunner horn, but overall I'd say it's a very nice interior. I didn't realize how rare the Petty Blue really was, to be honest with you. If you watch Graveyard Cars, I found an episode on YouTube where he was talking about it, and he was saying this is his top 5 favorite cars of all time as the Petty Blue Superbird. So here we have a correct 440 engine. The casting codes and dates, they are correct. 6-pack was added to this car. It was originally a 440 4-barrel car. 6-pack has been added. The engine was redone, and it's all detailed real nicely. It even has date-coded spark plug wires, and everything looks stock. The manifolds, valve covers, air cleaner. Look at the firewall. Everything is real nice. The entire engine bay is painted real nice. Has a signature here, Don Morris. I personally don't know who that is, but it is signed. Here's the Roadrunner horn. Washer fluid bottle, Mopar radiator, correct hoses and clamps, correct shroud, alternator, pulleys, brackets, all that looks really nice. And then we've got Mopar battery topper to make it look like the original. It's all bolted down nice. Power steering and power brakes. Make it easy to drive. You see the wiper motor, it's a 3-speed wiper motor, that's all restored. Has the hood insulation and the rubber seal. And again, everything's painted nice, clean, straight engine compartment. So Michael's going to take you for a drive. I do hope he keeps it under 200 miles an hour though. We'll see in a few minutes.
All right, everybody, I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again. I must have died and gone to Mopar heaven. This one, man, oh man, is this a rare car. It's supposed to be one of 43 ever produced in this color. Petty Blue is just gorgeous. And I am super excited to present this car to you guys. Very excited to be driving it, period. It's got the correct date-coded 440 under the hood, 727 torque plate automatic transmission. That engine has been professionally refurbished, and it runs fantastic. Things started very easily. It started several times today, and after the first time, it didn't even pump the gas. It's fantastic. Suspension and everything's been gone through. This one does have power steering. Look how nice and easy that power steering works. Seats feel good. Everything about this car is good. It's a nice sound car. The floorboards are painted body color. Everything else has been gone through on the bottom side. Let's see what she's got. All right. And just like that, up to highway speeds, absolutely no problem at all. This one's been upgraded with the 6-barrel. That's 3 2-barrels. It's not original to the car, but it is cool that it has that on there. Runs nice, very smooth, very consistent. We do have the heater on right now. That is working well also. Just a great car, great ride. Let's see how she goes down the street. I mean, there's really nothing else you can ask her. I feel like I'd take a nap, go around the block like that. Totally freaking awesome. What a nicely put together car. Our shop thought it was really nicely put together too. It basically flew through our inspection process. We did go ahead and spend about $700 total, which is not a lot, you know, just tinkering little minor things, loose ends here and there. If you need the specifics of what we did to it, of course you can go on our website and get the full detailed listing, but this thing drives just tremendous. Transmission shifts good, motor is point on, alignment is dead even. I mean, this thing is just great. Really nice sounding exhaust there as well. So if you're interested in it, contact our sales department. Come out and test drive it yourself. We do have lots of people coming in all the time. They drive in, fly in, whatever the case is. We're only about 45-minute drive outside of O'Hare International Airport if that's the route that you need to take. If you don't have time for all that, of course, you can always just push the buy it now button and we can get it delivered to your driveway. Or you can hire an inspector and they can give you a thorough report. But as I see it, it's an absolutely fantastic car and somebody's really going to love this one. Check out all the details on volocars.com.
So the king himself, not Elvis, but Richard Petty, signed the inside of the wing, and Dale Inman, who was his crew chief. So that's kind of cool to have as well. Underneath this car is all painted blue, all clean metal, all the suspension, steering, it all looks fresh and redone. The dual exhaust looks fresh, the fuel tank, the brake lines, fuel lines, all that looks very fresh. As disc brakes in front, drum in back, that's the way they came. Looking up at the motor is fresh orange, correct starter, 727 torque flight automatic, 8 3/4 rear end. So it is restored to stock conditions underneath, clean blue painted floors. So a little background on the Superbird and why this one's important. You know, Richard Petty was the king. He was killing it at NASCAR. He actually jumped ship and went over to Ford in 1969. Part of the reason, or the story goes, Plymouth came up, or Mopar came up with this car was to lure back Richard Petty. And it did. It worked. Now they were breaking 200 mile an hour as his first car to do that. And NASCAR had to jump in and make some regulations to kind of limit the horsepower. Got a couple signs that go with it as well. A whole bunch of NASCAR drivers have signed that one, and this is a little display board that'll go with the car. So all sorts of neat stuff to know about the Superbirds. This one in particular, Petty Blue, awesome. Go to volocars.com. Salesman can help answer your questions, including how to get this delivered to your door and how to get it financed. Thanks for watching.